Unbelievable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Falco are champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game and Frame broadcast coming to you live from St. John's Belson Stadium in Jamaica, New York. My name is Francis Argueta, and it is my pleasure to bring you Sunday night APSL Metropolitan action. Third place Pancyprian Freedoms is defending home turf and playing for a third straight win versus New York Athletic Club. The 11th place visitors are looking to put an end to their 3-game losing streak ahead of the winter break. Freedom's man on fire is undoubtedly their leading goal scorer, James Thristinos. The forward is coming off a hat trick versus Richmond County FC and has netted 6 goals on the season. Athletic Club had a sensational 6-1 victory versus Richmond County FC just a few weeks ago before their losing skid. Since then, they've been outscored 6 goals to 3, and their leader in goals, Nabil Kawazmi, has been held scoreless. If they want any chance to win today, they're going to have to get Kawazmi, and Stefanos Hondrakis involved. The teams are now slowly taking their sides, and we are moments away from kickoff here on Game and Frame. We have red and blue in St. John's Stadium, and it's headed your way in just a couple of moments. Team to break from the huddle. You see them in red. Pancyprian Freedoms now joins them in taking their positions on the field in blue. It should be a good one, and we are now just waiting for the whistle and signal from the main official to get things going. Athletic Club's goalie still on the field, slowly taking his place. And now the moment you've all been waiting for is just seconds away as we get the go and the clearance from the referee. And there is the whistle we were long awaiting for. It is kickoff here from St. John's Stadium. And we are on the way here on Game and Frame between Pancyprian Freedoms and New York Athletic Club of the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Freedoms starts with the ball first. You see them in blue. And net, they have Josh Levine with the back four of Eric Frimpong, Thomas Gray, Devin Hinu, and Stephen O'Connell. The midfield three consists of Jordan Bailon, Pablo Ablanedo, and Philip Merkowicz. And the front three will be Alex Palace, James Thorstino, and Victor Castle. They're already thirsting for a goal as they are on the offensive, continuing. There's a run being made inside the box, and Oberg first to clear that. Second time around, now Athletic Club looking to get out of their own zone. Freedoms, though, has other plans in mind. And that occasion, they give the ball back, and it goes back and forth. Now they look to recompose their offense coming from the back. When we have a chance, I'll be sure to give you the lineup for the Athletic Club. Here they come down the left side with Samuka Kenny. Now he sends the ball over to Brolinski, who puts the ball inside the box, and there's a shot, and there's a first save from the goalkeeper. It's still anybody's ball. It's still alive, and there's a sliding challenge. Athletic Club, first fire, and it's blocked second time around. Now there's a counterattack opportunity here. Offside is the player up top, that is Torcinos, and they're not able to keep it in bounds. But Athletic Club, the first team to get a shot on target and force an early save from Levine. Tom Wallenstein is in net for the team in red. And now Brolinski looking to strike again with the ball down the left side over to Samuka Kenny. Is met by the opposing defender, and now he's dribbling into a corner, keeping it alive, and into the box it goes. Freedom's two at first, though. Now they're looking to play from the back. And now this is an onside ball here for their forward. Torcinos making his way up front. Now he's inside one-on-one with the keeper. He shoots, and it just creeps past the post. But we have early offense from both sides. Still no goal. But within a couple of minutes, we've had some clear scoring opportunities from both ends. Cole Parit is limping into the bench after a challenge or a non-contact injury. Wasn't able to see that one, but he is off into the bench now. And we might have had our first substitution within a couple of minutes into the first half. Very eventful couple of minutes to get us going here from St. John's Belson Stadium. The back four of the Athletic Club consists of Samuka Kene, Michael Valencia, Curtis Oberg, and Akeem Phipps. Midfield is Jack Mulhari, Edwin Lopez, and Cole Parit before he was taken off the pitch. Freedom still trying to contain possession there, but they give it away. Athletic Club now looking for an offensive opportunity of their own. Freedom's creeping down the left side again, and there's a whistle from the referee. Believe it'll be a foul called here. First free kick of the game goes to the Freedom. This free kick will be taken just outside the left corner of the box. Very awkward angle to defend. We'll see what Freedom can come up with from this position. Teasing the quick pass. Instead, it looks like it'll be service into the box. And just outside the box it goes for a shot. But O'Connell did not put in the finishing touch that he was looking for. And it'll be just a goal kick for Wallenstein. Plenty of action to get us starting on this Sunday evening. Now Athletic Club looking to push the offense down the right wing. This is 22 Thomas Gray, who sends the ball forward to his midfield. Now it's Frimpong sending the ball over to Palace, who will get there. The flag will stay down, meaning he is onside. Now he's one-on-one with his defender, Samuka. Tries to put a cross into the box instead. Gets deflected away for the first corner of the match. courtesy of Pancyprians. Merkovic will be the midfielder to put this cross in play. Into the box it goes, looking for a header. There is a header. Gray is the one who meets it, but isn't able to put it on target. It'll be another goal kick going to Tom Wallenstein. And it's taken quickly here. Second time around, Frimpong is there to meet that ball. Samuka keeping it alive, one-on-one. Here's Oberg. And it lands to Thrastinos, but he's met by a defender, and that ball will be kicked out of play for another corner heading to Pancyprian. So whistle for a player coming into play right now off the athletic club bench. And here comes a cross from Philip once again. Another good one. It's met by the defender, Gray, and it took a deflection. Looks like it was a clean deflection as there was no signal from the referee. But Gray already having a few opportunities to get a header on goal here. Clearance from the athletic club defense. Frimpong is there, one-on-one with Samuka. Samuka almost comes out on top. Instead, he makes a foul on his player. Frimpong wins it back for Pancyprians. This is Gray getting shouts from up front, but the ball is too strong. Looking for the captain, Jordan Bylon. Wallenstein very active in the first 10 minutes of the match. Still scoreless between Pancyprian Freedoms and New York Athletic Club. Brolinski is crouching down. Not sure if it's due to an injury or just cramps, but he's back on his feet here to put pressure on Frimpong. Number 4 here for Freedoms makes his way forward. Over to Thrastinos, keeps it alive, and it goes down. The referee will call the first foul, and it'll be a yellow card to number 73, Jack Mulhari. First man in the booking list will be Jack of Athletic Club, and this is prime position to execute from the free kick just outside the 18-yard box. A couple of options stand behind the ball. We'll see who will be the one to execute. The wall is being set by Tom. It'll be a wall of 4 red jerseys. Now looking to be 5. Make the obstacle in the way bigger. We'll see who's the one to take it here for Freedoms. Number 3 steps up. He curls it, and it's just above the crossbar. Near perfect execution. but is fraction above the woodwork. And the clean sheet hopes are alive for New York Athletic Club, who entered today's game on a 3-game losing streak. In 11th place, and Pancyprian Freedoms in 3rd. All to play for in the second half of the season. That'll resume play in March. And number 43 of the Athletic Club is dribbling up and takes a long distance shot, and it'll be wide off target for Levine to handle off this goal kick. This is Gray. Believe currently it looks like there was a late change to the starting lineup for Pancyprian Freedoms. I was trying to find out. It looks like Ricard Sederberg is the player who replaces Pablo Ablanedo in midfield, number 4. Couple of late changes for both squads, as Frank Strelli was originally slated to be in the starting lineup for the back 4 of New York Athletic Club, and he was scratched off as well. So these two teams looking to make a statement victory here on this weekend. One more match week to go before the break, and that'll occur on December 14th. For now, here comes the ball being sent over in Torsino's direction. It bounces in Bailon's favor, but the offside flag is raised. And Athletic Club will get the ball right back. We had some very clear opportunities within the first few minutes of this match. Since then, it's been a bit of back and forth action. Freedoms so far having the more chances, but it was Athletic Club who nearly got one past the Freedoms back line if it wasn't for an excellent save from Josh Levine. All the way back to Wallenstein it goes. Number 43, Javier Edwards, I believe is a player that took place of the injured Cole Perit. As I see the number 43 on the pitch here. Perit forced off to injury within the first few minutes of the match. As I mentioned, very eventful first few minutes in this first half between these two. Bailon playing it all the way back to his defense to restore order here. As we are in the 15 minutes, still no score between Pancyprian Freedoms and New York Athletic Club of the APSL. A reminder that today's Game and Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Pancyprian's form is 2 straight victories following their 3-0 loss versus Alanzan Yonkers a few weeks back. Since then, they defeated 6th place Aleros, 4-3 victory, and last victory was against Richmond County, that 4-1 win. As Athletic Club is making its way up the pitch, getting in a danger zone here as the ball is across the box, and there's a first shot that goes into the back of the nets. And if Athletic Club that opened up the scoring today. It was number 42, Kawasmi, who gets the first goal today and continues his form as the leading goal scorer of this team. Adds to the tally now with his 5th goal of the season and ends that short drought he was on. And now it is Freedoms playing in 3rd place and now playing from a deficit in the 17th minute of the first half. Frimpong looking for the response here. That looked to have been off Frimpong, but the referee deemed it otherwise. Athletic Club not too happy with that decision. Kawasmi, another player that was slated to be on the bench and was a late addition to the starting lineup. So we apologize for the miscommunication the first few minutes of the match. Some late changes to both lineups before we started. Nabil was on the bench and was moved up to the starting lineup and responds with the goal. And it stays Athletic Club possession. The team in 11th place currently with the lead here in the first half. And they had a very clear chance in the first few minutes of the match. That one was saved by Levine, and not much the goalie could do in that occasion as Nabil was able to beat him and get the first goal in today's match. Freedoms continuing to move the ball around with Bailon, and now they look to switch it over to Palace, and that gets intercepted by Kenny. Cedarburg. Over to Hinu. Now it's Thomas Gray over to an open Torcinos. It goes over to Palace now. Goalie's far off his line, but he gets right where he needs to be for that intervention. This ball continues to be Freedom's possession up until then, as Holberg wins it back for the Athletic Club. Now it's Valencia sending it over to number 25 up the pitch, and he gets bodied off the ball in that case. Wallenstein playing with sheer confidence and doing what needs to be done. Frimpong's powerful header to send it in Restino's direction. Valencia well positioned there. Oh, and that was nearly a bad giveaway. Matthew Contino almost wide open for a clear scoring opportunity, but heavy touch off the ball there. Sends the ball back in Tom's hands. Cedarburg meets that ball middle of the field. Now it's Castell. A late foul call there. Not too pleased is the Athletic Club side. Bailon looking to send the ball over to Frimpong. It gets to him, but the second ball is read well by Oberg. And Osmo Hari, only man booked in this game so far. Mirkovic looking for the spectacular there, but read well by his opponent. And now it goes to Dominic Brulinski, excuse me. Frimpong now. Captain Bylan on the ball now over to Mirkovic. Palace looking for the 1-2. Samuka. Back and forth possession goes between the blue and red on your screen here. Coming to you live from St. John's Belson Stadium between Freedoms and New York Athletic Club. Somehow O'Connell gets to that possession to keep it alive and will take a deflection for a throw-in in the opposing half. Here's Jordan sending a cross in the box. Curtis handles that first time. Frimpong keeping the possession alive for Freedoms. Frimpong still. Challenged by Brulinski. And he'll get the ball back as the referee called a foul there on Frimpong. Wallenstein sending it over to O'Connell of Freedoms. Athletic Club putting up a strong fight to start this game, playing from 11th place in the conference, and so far have a lead on third place Freedoms. There's a foul call on Edwin Lopez. Will be a free kick headed to Pancyprian Freedoms as they look to level things up here on this chilly but tolerable Sunday evening. And here's a scoring opportunity for Pancyprian Freedoms. They let it rock, and it'll be a comfortable save there for Wallenstein. O'Connell. .25 from Athletic Club, keeping the possession alive, and now they send a good ball to the forward up top. This is Gray. Closing in on 25 minutes down in the first half. Lopez gets called for the foul here. And Nabil Kawasmi so far has the deciding goal in the early stages of this match, with his 5th goal on the season for the New York Athletic Club. Oh, a dangerous tackle there. You can hear from the stands. And the free kick will be called on Curtis Oberg. And it'll be just a talking to from the referee, probably telling him that the next one will be deemed a booking offense. Here's taken quickly. Thomas Gray edging the box. Over to Frimpong it goes. Looking to take on Brulinski. Frimpong still puts a cross into the box, and it just creeps over the net for what is going to be a Tom Wallenstein goal kick. A lot has been asked of the goalkeeper in the early stages of this match, and he's responded each and every time up to this point. Lopez met wide open. And a foul is called on Merkovich. And be sure to stick around at halftime as we'll show you the October save of the month. And you'll be able to vote on our Instagram page for the winner. Lopez nearly gave it away there, but keeps it alive, and now it is Samuka. Curtis sending a ball over to number 73, that is Mulhari. And now the offside flag is raised against Tristinos. .25 here for Athletic Club, keeping the possession alive, taking the challenge, taking the contact. He finds Edwin Lopez down the right wing, teases across. Instead, he goes to Mulhari. Back to Lopez it goes. One-on-one with his defender. That is O'Connell. Dribbling, makes a move there, puts a cross in the box, and it is deflected away for a corner. First corner of the match for New York Athletic Club. Berlinski preps a corner, into the box it goes, looking for Oberg. Instead, Thomas Gray meets it there. Looks like Gray has been meeting every ball that's been putting in to the box from the corner position. Torcino's teasing the run, trying to stay on side. Samuka meets that ball perfectly to intercept the ball. Here's Akeem Phipps, late addition to the starting lineup, replacing Frank Shirelli. And this is Berlinski. Berlinski with tons of space down the midfield. Not the person you want to leave wide open as he sends the ball over to Samuka. Frimpong does just enough to get to that ball first. Was looking to either hit it off his opponent and almost put himself in a risky position, but here comes Freedoms on top with the ball, looking to start the offense. Cedarberg gets held back, and it'll be a free kick for Pancyprians. This is great. 30 minutes down in the first half, just a one goal. Courtesy of Nabil Kawasmi. And a free kick, this time on Lopez. Athletic Club coming off a 3-2 loss versus Zoom Schneider. A 2-1 loss versus New York International. And a 1-0 loss versus 12th place Central Park Rangers. That is the form of the team courtesy in the lead. Currently in the lead against third place Freedoms. Tristinos is coming off a hat trick for Freedoms against Richmond County, which is also the last team that this New York Athletic Club beat with a 6-1 victory. So Tristinos not as involved in the first half as he'd like to be. Will need to be getting more involved in the latter stages of this first half and the second half as well, for things to turn around for the third place team here, as they're looking to get that done right now. And the referee deemed that took a deflection for a corner. Athletic Club, once again, not too pleased with that decision. Merkovich will look to put this ball in the box again. So far, the target has been Gray. Gray does seem to be the tallest man in the box. We'll see if they choose to go in his direction once again. Here comes the corner. Safe hands from Wallenstein. There's a strong kick looking for the goal scorer, Nabil. Does enough to keep that possession for Athletic Club. Torstino's looking to chip it up for Palace, but Athletic Club to it first. This is Valencia, and that's given away to Torstino's. Torstino's putting it in Palace's direction. Bounces all the way to Thomas Gray, who seems to be the most involved in this match for the team in blue. And the run being made by Frimpong. He's been found there by Cedarburg. Frimpong looking to take his defender one-on-one. Cuts outside, puts a cross in the box. There's a header! And it's straight into the hands of Tom, who stands tall in net once again for Athletic Club. But that was the opportunity Pancyprian was looking for all the first half up to this point. Frimpong with an excellent cross to find Torstino's, but he's not able to beat Wallenstein. Lopez with the ball, continuing to maintain possession for Athletic Club. Here comes number 25 over to Mulhari, who goes down, but no foul by the referee. And we have just over 10 minutes to go in the first half for Freedoms to level things up or Athletic Club to maintain their lead. Be sure to stay tuned on Game and Frame December 7th as we bring Pancyprian Freedoms versus Leros SC at 6 p.m. and the Enisa Manning Cup semis. Also that day, Zoom Schneider faces Central Park Rangers in the Metropolitan Conference of the APSL. Both games 7 p.m. The first game at 6 p.m., second game at 7:30 p.m. Both games can be found on your Game and Frame broadcast now on YouTube. Here's Curtis. Over to Samuka. Berlinski v. Frimpong has been and will continue to be an interesting matchup down this left flank. And now it's over to Akeem. Lopez. From distance, he teases a shot. Cedarburg with the block there to maintain the ball for Freedoms. And now Torstino's looking to make the run up top. Wallenstein meets him, and Wallenstein gets to it. Torstino's was looking for the handball. The referee seemed to have the best view in the house and claims it went off the goalkeeper's hip. Another lovely chance for Pancyprian, and another great stop by the goalkeeper from Athletic Club, who in my eyes is the best player on the pitch up to this point. He's definitely made the most crucial interventions in this match. Bylon over to Gray. Berlinski putting pressure on the defense. Gray is able to get out of the way, and now he sends it. It is sent to Frimpong. Down the right side he goes, cutting inside. Now he sends it into the middle for number 11. And Valencia does just enough. Over to Frimpong again, this time wide open. He puts the ball across the box, and Oberg makes the crucial intervention there. Frimpong, best player for Pancyprians up to this point. Looks like the offense continues to go through the right back. And his opposing right back, Phipps, sends it into Nabil's direction. Levine is there first, though. Dangerous pass there. Bailon continues the possession for Pancyprian. Athletic Club putting on quite a performance in the first half after 3 straight defeats. A nice threading of the needle there by Gray to find number 4 Cedarburg, who is making his way up the pitch. Berlinski now looking to play from the back. He finds Phipps. Oh, and that's a dangerous ball. Crisis averted. Mulhari, only man booked in the first half, continues possession for the Athletic Club. We're coming to you live from St. John's Belson Stadium. Palace gets on the other end of that ball. Now he finds Torcinos. 1-on-1 to keeper. Torcinos scores! Just the player you needed on the ball there, wide open. And Tom Wallenstein is finally beat. Torcinos gets his goal. And he keeps his scoring streak alive for Pancyprian. Make that now 7 goals on the season for Torcinos and 4 in the last 2. Just what Pancyprian needed to get back into this match and level things up at 1 apiece. And we have a little over 5 minutes to go in the first half, and things are leveled once again. Frimpong intercepts. Frimpong makes his way forward over to Tristinos. Avoiding the challenge from Belinsky, he goes down on the edge of the box. No foul call by the referee.
From behind, referee. Let's go now.
Frimpong not able to get to that ball. And 32, Samika comes out on top. Now to number 25, Athletic Club can make it 2. There's a shot, and it is blocked by the defender. It's going to be another eventful 5 minutes to close the first half, as it was an eventful 5 minutes to begin the match. Castell continues on the possession. He goes over to James, who puts in a cross. Curtis meets that cross, and it'll be a throw-in coming to Pancyprian. Gray over to Bailon. A lot of blue jerseys here on the opposing half. Bailon lifts it up to Torcinos, and the offside flag is raised. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Looks like the referee heard that comment made from the forward. Wasn't too pleased from the antics shown by Athletic Club earlier when he was looking for the throw-in. Mulhari sends the ball over 25's direction. We don't have a name for that number, so that is why we are calling him by the number. We'll try to get that for you for the second half. Now it goes over to Lopez. 3 more minutes to go of the first 45 in the first half. The ball is lifted in Nabil's direction. Deflected out to Lopez, and now Brulinski. Oberg. And that is a dangerous giveaway. Torcinos was looking for the ball. They couldn't find him yet, but here comes Castel. An opportunity here for Freedoms to go on top. He sends it over to Palace. Palace still. Castel, and the shot/pass was deflected away as far as Cedarburg. And Cedarburg goes down with Lopez's challenge. Lopez walking a thin line. I've counted 3 offenses so far for the midfielder. Still no yellow card shown. Here's O'Connell. Lovely first half we've had here from St. John's Belson Stadium between these two teams. On paper, you would think it wouldn't be close, but this is why we watch this game, as Frimpong has sent a lovely ball by Palace. Now he's cutting inside the box. Over to Palace it goes, who takes it one time, and it's just lofted into the hands of Wallenstein. Samuka. Over to Lopez. Oh, and that's intercepted. Well done by the midfielder, Bailon, and almost given away here. Over to Cedarburg. Beautiful ball there, sent to Castel. And now clear all the way into the parking lot. Someone just lost the ball here. Great, threading the needle. And Athletic Club have had very few opportunities to score since they scored the first goal in the match, courtesy of Nabil Kawasmi. Phipps over to Kawasmi. And that is deflected as far as Castel. 2-on-3 opportunity here for Pancyprian. More to join. Castel continues. Now Mirkovic back to Castel. Castel gets around his defender. 1-on-1 to keeper. And Castel comes out on top for the second goal of the match. Freedoms make it 2. What a play from the winger. Such balance, such patience, and composure. It looks like he practically took on the whole defense to score that goal. And Pancyprians have turned it around to take the lead to finish the first half. And we are now into extra time, with Freedoms taking the lead 2-1, courtesy of that lovely solo play from Castel. And Athletic Club have their first deficit in the match. You'll definitely be seeing that in the highlights at the end of the month for Game and Frame, as that is one of the most lovely goals that I've seen this month. Nabil looking to turn things around once again in this match. And that ball is Found perfectly to Berlinski. What an eye from the midfielder. Berlinski cutting outside, blocked by Frimpong. Credit to Edwards for that beautiful ball to find Berlinski. And that is given away. And James is somehow onside. Thracinos can make it 3. 1-on-1 with the keeper. He continues and he scores! James Thracinos makes it 3 goals for Pancyprian. And they now have a 2-goal lead. What a finish, what composure for Freedoms to turn things around. The forwards have come to play here in this match. And from this angle, it looked very tight. There is the whistle to send us into the break. From 1-0 to 3-1, Pancyprian takes the lead heading into the break. Stick around for the October Save of the Month heading your way at halftime. It is 3 for Pancyprian, 1 for Athletic Club. We'll bring you the second half in just a couple of minutes.
Free not interested. Silva, that's a useful ball. Gomes brings it down. Gomes! Fantastic save by Jamalau. A tremendous stop by Jamalau.
Dembele's going to let go from distance, and it forced a brilliant save out of Eric Edwards. Just a touch out of his feet, and from seemingly nothing could have produced a wonder goal if not for the intervention from the Jamaican goalkeeper there.
He brings it into his possession. Houlihan chops it onto his right foot. Shot! Excellent stop by Hoffman. A snap shot by Houlihan is equally met by Gunnar Hoffman, who had to get low. Work Empire.
And it's saved! What a save! Hurtado, the savior of East Coast today.
Now Woods likes to put in a good cross, and he does. There's another header wide open, and a beautiful save from the keeper. What a dive to prevent the 5th goal.
Phil Fosness, who started the game at field. Campbell with a effective shot. It was really well caught, and Juan Cruz again caught into action, tipped it over the crossbar.
That one's onside. With the 1v1 with the keeper. Oh, between his legs, and it's a save. Romano comes up with the goods.
Another high corner kick. Past the net. But another shot on net. Another great save by Andrag, able to keep it out on the second effort. He made a diving save, and while the ball was still in the air, he took his offhand and pushed it out. Club box. Kamenko on the box, on the ball now. Left-footed shot. Keeper did well to get a hand to it. Excellent shot from the number 35, but Owen Goronsky tipped it over the block.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
We are back here on Game and Frame, coming to you live from St. John's Belson Stadium to bring you the second half of Pancyprian Freedoms and New York Athletic Club of the APSL Metropolitan Conference. The first half was a crazy one. Very eventful from start to finish. And there's the whistle to get things resumed here for the second half. And we had a lot of things happen, including a jersey number mishaps here from the athletic club. As I'll be able to update you on some numbers once we have a break in play. For now, Brolinski will play it back to Oberg. Here's Phipps. And somehow Brolinski got that past to Rastinos, who is now on a hat trick. 2 goals in the first half for the forward. Make that 8 on the season and 5 in the last 2 games. Athletic Club started with the lead in this match after Nabil Kawasmi scored the first goal to beat Levine to his post. But afterwards, it was a scoring barrage for the second half of the first half for Pancyprian Freedoms. 2 goals for James Thoristinos, and that lovely solo goal from Victor Castell turned the script around and put the team in blue, Pancyprian Freedoms, up by 3 goals to 1. And for jerseys, number 25, that is Javier Edwards. Number 43, Mike Soboff, is the starting forward for today for the Athletic Club. First game in the APSL conference, and it's been quite an eventful one for me today. But now things look to be sorted out, and we look to have an even more exciting second half, if possible, to top the first half, which had a little bit of everything, as Phipps' ball goes straight into the hands of Josh Levine. Little has been asked of the goalkeeper following the second shot on target from Athletic Club and the first goal of the match. Here comes James. Mirkovic not able to contain that ball. And Palace will look to keep it alive for Pancyprian. Over to Frank Pong, who had himself a good first half himself. Cedarburg's ball off target will send the possession back to the team in red, who is looking to avoid a 4 straight loss, that is, which would be their longest losing streak of the season. Just 2 wins on the season for the 11th place Athletic Club. You wouldn't have thought so with the way this game started. Nabil netting his 5th goal of the season. But things turned around towards the end of the first half for Pancyprian. And who would have thought getting their leading goal scorer involved, James Thorstino, would be the reason why. He had a few figures who were eye-catching in the first half. Athletic Club's goalie, Tom Wallenstein, was definitely one of them. Right now, Athletic Club playing from the back, being pressed on by Thorstinos, who I'm sure will love to have his second hat trick in 2 games. Wallenstein was doing everything he could to keep the clean sheet hopes alive in the first half, but once the first goal came in, the floodworks opened. And this high-scoring offense is very rarely kept quiet. That ball was too strong for the back pass, looking for Lopez. Instead, here comes Castell. Here's Lopez now. Over to Soroff. And once again, dispossessed, but only temporarily. The Athletic Club get the ball back. Sobov. That'll dribble out of bounds for a goal kick headed Levine's way. Both teams playing today only have one more game left in the season before the winter break. For Pancyprian, it'll be against second place Hoboken FC, so that'll be a big time matchup to close out the first half of the season. And for Athletic Club, it'll be first place Greek Americans. So things do not get any easier for Athletic Club. Here's Devin Hinu. And now it's Thirstinos. Cedarburg sending it to the wide open winger. Puts a cross in the box over to Thirstinos. And Thirstinos makes it 3 for the hat trick. James Thirstinos 4-1 for Pancyprian Freedoms. And he does get the hat trick he was looking for. Make that 6 goals in the last 2 games for the forward. He is a man on fire indeed. And Pancyprian now make it 4-1 against the Athletic Club. What a turn of events here from St. John's Stadium between these two sides. I guess Pancyprian was just off to a slow start, but it's been anything but that for the last 20 minutes of game time. Athletic Club looking for the response, send it into Edwards, and it bounces away as far as Berlinski takes a shot straight into the hands of Levine. And it's looking more and more likely that we'll bring you an interview post-match, courtesy of Pancyprian Freedom's potential victory here. Castell making his way up as they're not looking to finish scoring anytime soon. Castell continues over to Cedarburg, and now it's to Cedarburg, excuse me. Frimpong. Where there has been open space, Pancyprian has exposed it and made Athletic Club pay for it. This is bouncing as far as Nabil, who's been quiet since he scored the first goal in the match. This is Phipps. Lopez goes down. No foul call by the referee. And now here comes Merkovich over to the hat trick scorer, who is offside this time around. That has been the only thing stopping the forward today. And now a sub will be made here for Pancyprian. Looks like it'll be Cedarburg that is exiting the pitch. New reinforcement, fresh legs come on for Freedom. And it looks like it'll be defensive support to maintain this 4-1 lead. Number 17, Eddie Gamberg, is a player that comes on. Back and forth it goes. Now it lands to Lopez, who plays it all the way back to Curtis Oberg. Well defended there by O'Connell. And that is intercepted by Edwards. And a player is down for Athletic Club. That is the goal scorer, Nabil Kawasmi, who looks like will be needing some attention, and more subs will be made here for Pancyprian. The player is back to his feet. And he might be getting forced off the pitch. Not a whole lot of substitute options here for Athletic Club. The subs are taking place for Pancyprian. James will be content with his hat trick as he makes his way off the pitch. Thurcino comes off, so does Castell, who gave us a wonder goal in the first half. Some fresh legs being incorporated in the second half. Pancyprian will sure take full advantage of the numbers they have on the bench. The sub for Nabil is making its way to the pitch as well. George Ganadalis, number 19, one of the subs to enter for Pancyprian. Gonzalez, it is. We resume play from a drop ball to Athletic Club. Curtis looking for his options. Edwards was the recipient of that, gets intercepted, and here comes Gonzalez. And he gets dispossessed by Edwards. Now it's Lopez. Number 20, Kevin Hernandez, is also on the pitch for Pancyprian. Here's Jordan Bailon. Over to Hernandez. And Mirkovic is offside. "13 minutes down in the second half. And it is now a 4-1 lead for Pancyprian Freedoms as they look to make it 3 wins in a row. Next week, they'll look to make it 4 wins to end the first half of the season before the break. That'll take us all the way to March. Number 7, Chris Huacan, is the player that substituted the injured Nabil Kawasmi, who has the only goal for Athletic Club after he scored his 5th goal of the season. Stefanos Hondrakis is also on the pitch, number 29 for Athletic Club. He's one of the players that we had an eye out for in this game. That ball is lifted in Kevin Hernandez's direction. He keeps it in play, over to number 17, now to number 8. And now looking for Mirkovic, but that is read well by the defense. That cross is dealt with by the defense once again, and it'll be a free kick to Pancyprian. And today's Game and Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Pancyprian has now made it 3 straight games with 4 goals scored following their 3-0 loss versus Lanzon Yonkers a few weeks back. They responded with a 4-3 win against Aleros, a 4-1 win versus Richmond County, and now currently a 4-1 lead versus Athletic Club. So that slow start, we knew it wasn't going to last for long for this high-scoring offense. Another sub is getting prepared for in the Pancyprian bench as they look to get everybody involved in this 3-1 lead, 3-goal lead, excuse me. Kano takes down the forward as he didn't foresee the forward before he extended his foot out. That was Okano that gets called for the foul, and now it's Sobov who stands behind the ball. There goes a cross into the box, deflected away by Pancyprian first. Lands to Phipps. Keep it alive for Sobov. Mike intercepted by Frimpong. And now it's Jordan Bailon, the captain, making his way up the pitch with support heading in his direction. Bailon still threading the needle to number 19, but read well by the defense to prevent that from reaching its target. But Pancyprian keep the ball alive. Here comes the ball looking for Gamber. And it'll be a corner, first corner of the second half, and another sub will be made for the Pancyprian Freedoms bench. And don't forget to go to our Instagram page at Game and Frame to vote for your October Save of the Month. Here comes the corner, into the box it goes. Gamber keeps it alive for the second go around. That corner took me by surprise. They had signal for the sub to take place, but they opt to take the corner instead. Here comes the cross into the box. Pancyprian continued to press on. And that ball goes to nobody but Josh Levine, playing goalie for Pancyprian Freedoms. Hasn't been asked much of since the second shot on target, which resulted in the goal for Nabil. As I was saying, head over to our Instagram page at Game and Frame to vote for your October Save of the Month. The winner gets a Salt Air Case cleat bag, and the voting ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. So make your voice heard and get a cleat bag to the worthy winner. Mulhari playing it back to Tom Wallenstein in net. Things have slowed down a bit after Thristino's made it a 4-1 lead for Pancyprian. 6 goals in the last 2 games for the forward. And now I believe it is 9 goals on the season. Brolinski making a run here. Gets met by 2 blue jerseys. It is now 9 goals on the season for Thirstinos. Maybe next week he can make it double digits before the break. Brolinski here dribbling outside the box, takes a shot. strong and powerful, but so were Josh Levine's hands for that block and save. Here comes a lifted ball looking for number 19. That is Gantalis. And here's Lopez. Mulhari, still the only booked player in this game. That pass was teleported to Frimpong, who read it well. Frimpong continuing over to number 20 for Freedoms. He can make it 5-1, and it is a save instead by Tom Wallenstein. Hernandez not able to beat the goalie on that occasion. It's okay in the first half. That was the result in a couple of chances for Freedoms as well. Mike Soboff, looking for his options. And now it's Curtis Olberg. Over to Mike. Mike continuing to make his way forward. And this Pancyprian defense has locked in since allowing the goal in the first half. Well positioned is Curtis on that occasion to win it back for Athletic Club. Mike Soboff here on possession, looking at the run by Phipps. And now he holds it off for the winger. Puts a cross in the box. And it needed a touch to put it towards goal. Instead, here comes number 19, Gantalis, making his way one-on-one with his defender. Gantalis making a move, looking to switch it over. Not on cue there. Dominic now for Athletic Club. If they can get one goal in, they might have a chance to make this an interesting end to the match. Hernandez is down on the pitch after that possession earlier. The second half sub will need some attention as he's grabbing his leg. I'm not sure if that's a hamstring he's grabbing. As there are fireworks off in the distance. Not sure if you can see it on the broadcast, but that might have been the last one. Hernandez still looks to be going off. Number 10, number 10, Filip Mirkovic is coming off. And we'll see if Hernandez is able to resume the rest of this match. And it doesn't look like he is. Edwards, in the meantime, for Athletic Club, keeping the possession alive, looking for Brulinski, making the run overlap. Over to Edwards it goes. Back to Brulinski. Mulhari almost giving that ball away there. Does just enough to keep it alive. And now it's Lopez. Frimpong everywhere on the pitch today. Wins it back for Freedoms. Now a run being made by the sub-down player, Jens Hoff, number 21. He gets taken down. Number 7 keeps it alive, Juan Moreno. And here comes Pancyprian. A long distance shot. Just off target though. We have about 20 minutes to go in this second half, plus whatever is added from the main official. It's been a much slower tempo in the second half. Mike drops that down for Brolinski. Now over to Edwards. Back to Brolinski. It goes with the back heel. Edwards getting the back pass. Too strong though. Be sure to tune into the Game and Frame broadcast December 7th as we have 2 more games headed your way. This blue team, Pancyprian Freedoms, faces Leros SC at 6 p.m. in the ENY SSA Manning Cup in the semifinals. And shortly after 7:30 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference, Zoom Schneider faces Central Park Rangers. With our Game and Frame broadcast now on YouTube, making it easier than ever. And things getting chippy here after that late challenge from Brolinski. And the team's still not over. The linesman saw exactly what Brolinski did, as that was a late kick on the opposing player. Surely the referee will have to have a talking with the linesman to see what the penalties will be, if any. And there is a yellow card in his hand. Brolinski is the player to get the yellow card. And second yellow of the match. First yellow of the game for Athletic Club goes to, that was actually the second yellow of the game, goes to Dominic Brolinski. A bit of hot temper probably with the way this game has gone for the midfielder. You don't see him lose his temper too often. Tons of class behind those feet. But he saw his team 1-0 lead turn into a 4-1 deficit. And cooler heads did not prevail on that occasion. Lopez getting swarmed by blue jerseys, but he get the foul in his favor, which will remain Athletic Club possession. And another sub will take place for Pancyprian. Now it is the captain, Jordan Bylon, who will exit the pitch and get the armband over to it looks like Devin Hinu, number 3. Brolinski now down on the pitch in midfield. Brolinski having himself an interesting last couple of minutes, as now he'll require attention following that yellow card that was handed to the midfielder. And we have a break in action here from St. John's Belson Stadium. It was Nabil Kawasmi who opened up the scoring in today's match. James Tristino tied things up a few moments later. Can't forget about Victor Castell's goal, which is your commentator's favorite goal of today's match, as he took on at least 3 defenders, including the goalkeeper, to finish a masterful solo performance there for him. And then James Tristino added 2 more goals to that tally to give him the hat trick for today, to give him 6 goals in the last 2 games, and to add to his 9-goal season. Berlinski is making his way off the pitch. It looks like he'll need to get a sub if there are any even left on the bench to provide for him. Frimpong dispossesses the Athletic Club forward there. A whole lot of substitute players on the field for Pancyprian now that they have a 3-goal cushion in this match. This game is not over though. Athletic Club get 1 goal back. Still 11v11. Levine will surely milk as much time off the clock as he can. Number 31, Vasilios Demopoulos, comes on the pitch, I believe in place of Berlinski. Looks like every sub has been exhausted for Athletic Club, and Pancyprian is getting there as well. Frimpong continues, gets taken down. Frimpong has covered the entirety of the back line, seems to be, as he's gotten himself very much involved in this game start to finish. O'Connell switching the field over to Gray. Hasn't had to do as much as was required from him in the first couple of minutes into the first half. We now have 13 minutes to go of regular time in this match. Here comes Pancyprian looking for a 5th goal in the match, putting the cross into the box, and they will get a corner off of that possession. Linesman not content with the way that corner was taken, probably not set on the line, and they will have to retake it. And now maybe they go inside the box, and that is exactly what they do. There's a header opportunity. Instead it lands to number 8 on the edge of the box, and it skyrocketed away from goal. Pancyprian looking to end their Sunday night with another victory and 3 in a row. Athletic Club, unfortunately, looking at what is going to be their 4th straight defeat and what would be their longest streak of the season. Just 2 wins on the season for the team in red today. Vasilios not able to keep that ball in play. Jens Hoff getting the ball back for Pancyprian, playing with composure there to avoid the challenges headed his way. And he finds Gray playing from the back over to Gamberg. Back it goes to Gray. And he now sends it off to a player up the pitch. Under the box it goes, number 17, that's Gamberg, who nearly had a shot on goal opportunity if he was able to control the ball better on that occasion. For now it's Vasilios, who loses the ball over to Gray. And now Moreno. Moreno, down he goes after that challenge. And somehow Lopez is not content with the foul call. And that's been at least the 5th challenge he's made in this match without a yellow card. So if I were him, I wouldn't do too much talking. But here comes Moreno for Pancyprian. They're looking for a 5th goal. You can feel it. Instead, they get a free kick against, and Athletic Club will get the ball back. This has not been the exciting watch that it was in the first half. But Pancyprian now just looking content with all 3 points, are looking to put the finishing touches in a 3rd straight victory. And once again, if they do come out winning, you can stick around for the post-match interview at the end of the final whistle. Vasilios dribbling past the defender, looking for Edwards now on the right wing. Edwards, what a move to avoid 2 defenders and avoids a 3rd incoming challenge. And now the ball looking for number 21, Hoff, who was in an offside position. Tom, the goalkeeper, was there to meet him anyway. And we have less than 10 minutes of regular time to go in the match. Sobov holds the ball for Athletic Club. For a team that's down 3 goals, I would have expected a little bit more urgency, more shots on target. But they really have not troubled Levine in the second half. It felt as though Levine was going to be very much involved in this match after the first 2 shots on target from Athletic Club. They could have scored within the first 2 minutes of the match if not for his well-positioned save. And then, of course, Nabil did end up scoring in the first half, but very little shown from Athletic Club since that moment. With his scoring opportunities, that is. Moreno gets the ball sent to him in his direction. Now number 8 is making a run. He chooses against it, goes inside the box, and that was the wrong decision there. Went straight at the defender. Inu handles that threat well. Moreno loses the ball once again, gets a foul against. Now Sobov lifting the ball, looking for 29. Hendrikus. Number 15, Sean Toey, is in the match for Pancyprian. He sends the ball over to Hoff, who gets taken down from a sliding challenge. And they'll get a corner off of that possession. Hoff goes back down to the ground after that challenge, as he took a strong fall there. And he'll require attention now. It is quiet here from St. John's Stadium as we're in the final minutes of this 4-1 performance for Pancyprian Freedoms. Hoff is able to get back to his feet, and it looks like he'll be able to continue in the match. For Pancyprian, they continue to battle for the top 3 position as they currently hold the 3rd place spot in the table. Greek Americans, of course, continue to be number 1. And here will come across into the box Tom Wallenstein, there to meet it before anybody else. Hoboken FC faces this Pancyprian squad in the final week of the season before the break. That'll be a clash of 2nd and 3rd place. Quite eventful way to end the first half of the season. That ball is sent forward looking for Stefanos, who was not able to get to it first before it goes out of bounds, so it'll remain Pancyprian ball. And that is a clear offside there on Hoff. Was not able to time his run right. Athletic Club continued to hold possession with Wacon, who loses it there. There looks to be a foul there as he held his opponent back. Minutes away from the final whistle here from St. John's Belson Stadium in Queens, Jamaica, New York. First time I've had the pleasure of calling a game from here, and it is a great stadium here, beautiful sight. Being able to call a game from up in the bleachers, have a clear view on everybody. I wish we had numbers in order to start this game, but in any case, we saw some amazing football here, especially in the first half, with Dristinos getting the honors of a hat trick, but other big-time players like Eric Frimpong and Tom Wallenstein, who had himself a great first half before all those goals started coming in. Here is Frimpong on the ball, number 14, making his way up the pitch. Takes a shot from distance, and it will go above the crossbar. Why not? We now have 2 minutes to go of regular time, that is, before the extra time is added. Pancyprian looking at their 8th win of the season. Cutting inside is the winger there, but it'll meet Tom with safe hands. That wasn't the ball the goalie was looking for there, and it'll be sent all the way back to Phipps. And now back to the goalkeeper, Tom Wallenstein. Once again, not on target there from the goalkeeper. Inu, perfectly done there to hold off Stefanos Hondrakis, who has 3 goals on the season. One of the players we mentioned in the introduction, coming off the bench today, but hasn't been able to make the impact he was looking for. Lopez is dispossessed, and there's a whistle there from the referee as there's a player down on the other side. I believe that is Frimpong. Looked like he immediately grabbed his leg. And it looks like he'll be okay. A great talent there playing in the fullback position for Pancyprian Freedoms. Look like a lot of the chances were created from him making those forward runs. That is flick on to Huacon. Now over to Thomas. Hinu's there to meet him. Now Basilios has to defend this possession. Gonzalez there fighting for possession, and he'll get the foul called in his favor. And a yellow card is to be shown. From my angle, I couldn't tell if it was to Huacon or to Lopez, but one of those two are the ones who got the third yellow card of the match for Athletic Club. A clean game for Pancyprian. No yellow card shown to any of their players in today's match. And now we are just putting the finishing touches on this 4-1 victory for Pancyprian Freedoms facing New York Athletic Club. And a big challenge there on Frimpong. Oh, and that ball wasn't the best one. It bounced off the hand of Edwards, but the referee allows play to continue. And Edwards telegraphed that ball to Frimpong. And Frimpong continues to make himself felt in this match. Now 21, Hoff gets the ball for number 5 potentially. Hoff still. And Hoff loses it to 2 red jerseys there. Number 7, Moreno wins the right back. Number 17 now. And it is off target. Plenty of chances to make it 5, but instead it'll be just the 4-1 victory for Pancyprian Freedoms, who now make it 8 wins on the season, continue their top 4 place in the APSL. For Athletic Club, it'll be their 4th straight loss, and we'll have post-match interviews headed your way next on Game and Frame. We'll be right back soon.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage And if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Francis Argueta here for Game and Frame with Holland from Pancyprian Freedoms following their 4-1 win versus New York Athletic Club. You guys were down first stages of this match by 1-0. You responded with 4 straight. What was working for your team after that goal came into the net in the early stages of the first half?
I think for us, a big factor is intensity. When we play with good intensity, we've got so much quality that we just overrun teams with our quality. But the intensity has to be there first for our quality to shine through. And, you know, a couple lapses in the first few minutes where we let them have a couple opportunities. But other than that, we played most of the game with good intensity, which is why we dominated it.
And, yeah, you guys let off that first goal, but ever since then, you guys barely had any shots on target against. What was working for you defensively in the second half, and the first half and the second half of the game?
Ricky Rijkaard-Seedberg played well in the 6, very well. Jordan helped him out, and then Filip Mirkovic also working off the ball in there. When you have 3 midfielders who are all going to work to try and win the ball back and help the defenders, then you know you're defending as a unit. And I think the first few minutes were a little bit too spread, and that's why they got the opportunities, too spread out from front to back. But yeah, when Ricky started sitting in that 6 role more and just we started dominating the middle, that's when we started limiting their opportunities.
Another hat-trick for your forward, James Thristinos, following his one last game. What is working for your forward that is now scoring 9 goals on the season before the break?
Yeah, well, they had a very high line today, which, you know, obviously it's credit to them. They come here with optimism, trying to get a result and trying to win the ball back high off us. But when you've got the pace of Tristino and you have the passing quality that we have, it's a dangerous game to play because there's a lot of space for him to run in behind. And so you saw, especially on the goal just before half-time, he's got the whole half to run into. And if you give that man space, he'll score. He's very, very effective.
And last question, Coach. You guys have Hoboken next, battle between 2nd and 3rd place. What are you telling your team heading into that match?
Yeah, it's a huge game. Obviously, they didn't get the result they wanted against Doxa today, so I think if we beat them, we jump above them. So it's a massive game. You know, we win, we go into 2nd, we can start chasing the Greeks down. But we got Leros in the Cup before that, so I'm focused on the Leros game in the Cup before that, which is a massive game for this organisation. 2 big games before Christmas. I think I'm very excited for them. We've got a very, very strong squad, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of those boys who didn't get as many minutes tonight get some more minutes going forward as well, because we've got quality across the squad, including some of the boys who aren't even included tonight.
All right, Coach. Congrats on the win. 4-1 victory for Pancyprians. Heading into the break now, and December 14th will be the last game before then. And after that, they'll resume the season in March. But you heard it here first. They'll face Leros in the Cup action next weekend, and you'll be able to find that game on your Game and Frame broadcast.